Welcome back, everybody. 7 Minutes for Seniors. Chris with Modified Independence here with Miguel Coles with Ideal Move. This is our fifth and final segment. If you haven't watched the other segments, make sure you go back and check them out. All kinds of fascinating stuff about Ideal Move as a company. Really cool things about Miguel. I've known him for a couple of years now, and I love these interviews because I get to learn things about you guys that just don't normally come out during professional networking meetings and stuff like that. So always cool to learn things about people. Our fifth segment is our final segment, but it's also about the future. Okay. So if I could introduce you to anybody, living, dead, fictional, I don't care, anybody, who would it be and why?
Thomas Jefferson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, my biggest fans of the founding fathers are him and George Washington. I kind of go back and forth between both of them, but just think they were so far ahead of their time. Everything's pretty amazing about them.
Okay. So when people say one of the founding fathers, then my next question is, would you go back to them and talk to them about what we got going on now, or would you bring them forward so that they could see everything that we have going on?
No, I can't. I think they'd be horrified if you're talking about
I'm just saying
politics.
I'm just saying in general, like, obviously it would be quite a shock to like see
Yeah,
cars that are driving themselves,
yeah.
let alone cars in
I
general,
guess it
right?
would be more amazing to bring them to this time to see it.
Right?
Yeah,
Because obviously you're going to talk to them about stuff and be like, "Oh my
yeah,
God, Thomas Jefferson, you're so great," and everything like that, and they're going to be like, "Why are you telling me this?" And you're like, "I'm from the future," you know.
yeah,
So
yeah.
so it and usually it leads to my next question. So if you bring him forward, what's your first question you're going to ask
Well, if he came forward, I think he would have a million questions.
him?
Um, what's the first question I would ask him? I think I would ask him about thoughts, just thoughts on how complicated things are nowadays
Yeah.
between creating a framework for a constitution, a bill of rights, and then combining it with how complicated the international world we live in. It's
Yeah.
so connected. It's just complicated. I'm curious what he would say about some things.
Yeah. Yeah, it would you'd have to be here for a while to understand how all of these things are
Yeah,
connected,
yeah,
and even people don't understand how all the things are connected
yeah,
that live in this time.
yeah,
So
exactly.
I'm going to ripcord so we don't go further into
Yeah,
politics or anything, because I don't. It's not about that, right? But I'm
yeah,
always fascinated when people, because a lot of people bring up the founding fathers,
really.
and yeah, and I always love asking the question because, like, do you research? Like, do you have a bunch of Thomas Jefferson books? Have you read a lot about him?
Yeah, I have several. Yeah,
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 yeah. I'm always, and you don't think about him. You think about him as these old men with gray hair and everything like that. But like, I remember we watched this one thing, and it was like, when John Hancock was like 20 something years old, he was drunk, he was belligerent, he was getting into fights with people, but he had a ton of money and everything. It's just you don't think about them like that, being
yeah,
young and full of vinegar and everything. Like,
yeah, yeah. I think some of them weren't even that old. It's just in those days things were different. They were super wise.
yeah,
Um, yeah, and I don't know. I think George Washington's amazing too. That he did everything he did, and he was a general.
yeah,
I think that's amazing.
yeah. Okay, so where are you in 5 years? Personally, professionally, whatever.
Where are we in 5 years? Um,
The business is growing. Have you sold the business? Are you sitting on a boat somewhere?
no, I'm not sitting on a boat anywhere. I
No.
I like I like being busy. I like
Yeah.
doing this a lot. Retirement is not something that I'm looking forward to or interested in doing. I love doing what we do. I love working with the team we have.
Hmm.
In 5 years, I would love to see our team members, how they've increased their leadership and responsibility, and how we keep improving. So, one of our core values is keep improving. So, in 5 years, the improvement would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like where we are now, but you can always do better. So, it's just implementing new knowledge, new technology, um, and you know what? Our clients are going to change too. So adapting to that is that'll be really interesting.
Yeah. We're getting ready to go. I mean, 2025 for the next 15 years is the silver tsunami with
Yeah.
the boomers aging out,
Yeah.
and it's the perfect time to have this business because they're not going to be able to remain in their 2,000, 3,000 square foot homes. It's
Yeah.
just too hard to keep up with the taxes and the maintenance and everything. So,
Yeah.
all
And
right,
some people will stay home, and that's fine.
yeah.
It's a very personal choice.
I plan on aging in my house, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a stair lift to get me up to my
Yeah.
man cave and everything.
Yeah.
Just get it set, and then not have to worry about
Yeah.
it, right?
Good.
Okay, so then so let's talk about retirement. Okay,
Yeah.
whenever that is for you down the road, what are you doing in retirement? Since we work with seniors, I want seniors to know, like, what are we planning on doing when we do retire?
Yeah. I want to be involved in as much as I can, whether it's I want to be doing some work. I don't know that I want to work as hard as you do in the regular career time, but I want to be doing some work. I want to keep my mind as busy as possible.
Hmm.
Um, Family trips. I hope I can still play golf. However, I can play golf. I want to keep playing golf,
Yeah.
but definitely want to keep myself busy. I recently met a consultant from a service consultant from Home Depot, and he's a retired submarine
Okay.
engineer also. Um, and he's doing this mostly because he enjoys it, and I think
Hmm.
it's great. He's enjoying what he's doing, and providing good services to people.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and I agree. You got to do something to keep your mind sharp and
yeah,
everything.
yeah,
I've got friends that are retired. They've retired early, and and they golf 5 6 days a week and do the same thing over and over and over again. It starts looking like Groundhog Day.
yeah,
You know, and I
yeah,
don't think that's a good way to. That's not a good way to go out.
yeah. I think some people like that, but not me, and
Yeah.
not you either.
No, no. I mean, trust me. If I could do something in the morning and then golf in the afternoon, that's a different story.
That would be pretty nice.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go. Well, this has been our fifth and final segment of 7 Minutes for Seniors, folks. I hope you've enjoyed the interview. I've definitely enjoyed getting to
me
know
too.
more about my friend Miguel here. Ideal Move is the company. All of his contact information is coming up next, and I hope you all have a great day and be safe.
Thank you very much.